All right, great. We're going to move on quickly to the next panel. It will be looking at the African sports business model. What are the best strategies for sustainable progress? And it's in partnership with the APO Group. On this panel will be Amadou Gallo Fall, President of the Basketball Africa League, Shehu Diko, Chairman of the National Sports Commission for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Nicolas Pompinier Monniard, Founder and Chairman of APO Group, Kenny Jean-Marie, former Chief Members Association's Officer FIFA, and moderating this panel will be Sanjeev Gupta, Senior Advisor of the APO Group. If you could please make your way on stage. Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead.
The first step what the president did is to scrap what we call the Federal Ministry of Sports. We now created what we call the National Sports Commission. The National Sports Commission now is supposed to be like a professional body that would drive the activation and the harnessing of what we call the sports economy. We are trying to change the entire concept of how we see and perceive sports in Africa. So we have to reset the way we do things, we have to relaunch the way we view our sports, and we have to refocus the way we see it. We should be more focused on developmental strategies, develop the sports ecosystem from the grassroots. We have to take the right decision, we have to be deliberate, put the right enablers. As a government, we have to do that to now give the platform for the private sector and also the public sector to do what they have to do to upscale sports. Second, we have to make the investment. As a government, we decided to make a huge investment, at least in providing the infrastructures that is needed and upgrading the infrastructures. So we have to work to restructure the sports federations across all sports to make them more professional. And of course, we have to go back to the grassroots and school sports, which is the foundation of how we can develop the sport to do that. The final outcomes we are looking at, we should be viewing our sports not just as a game, but as an economic driver. We are targeting to have like 3 million jobs on the table, both direct, indirect, and induced. We want to see our sports in Nigeria at least 3% of GDP, get the right infrastructure to be able to host the best sporting events in Africa. We have talents in Africa. So if you can develop those talents, we can be able to export those talents across the globe and bring back those resources that we can get from exporting those talents and invest furthermore in the African structure. This is the global vision of what we are trying to do. We have taken the bold decision that Nigeria will try to show the way so that other African countries can be able now to key in to take this kind of bold decisions and intentional and deliberate decisions to get sports upscale to the right level. We're also working to create a sports development fund in Nigeria that will solve the problem. Already the fund is receiving legislative attention. It's at the parliament to create the fund. And if that fund come in play, every year that fund could generate over $1 billion, for example, which will basically be targeted towards the infrastructure, developing the infrastructure and maintaining the existing infrastructure. So that's the vision we are working with. And that's basically what he says now that interests me. Because you need the government to have the vision, and then you need to also get the federations and who are driving the sports and to have the same vision, to align the same vision to get that done. And then the private sector also will align. So the three parties have to align and be working the same lane to be able to have that kind of development we all envision that should happen. But we, at every point, as he said here, the government have to take the first step to put the right framework and the right enablers to drive this process in the first place. Then everybody will key in, and then the success will just be guaranteed at the long run.